Hey, what's up friends? Welcome back to SMC Health and Fitness. This is Syed Muzammil, Health, Fitness and Nutrition Coach. Before starting the video, please subscribe to my channel and press that bell icon to get an instant update on my latest videos. Today we'll be talking about the difference between simple form of carbohydrates and the complex carbohydrates. So stay tuned. Simple form of carbohydrates are basically fast digesting carbohydrates, whereas complex carbohydrates are slow digesting carbohydrates. So now we shall understand about these two types of carbohydrates in detail. First we'll start from simple form of carbohydrates. Basically simple form of carbohydrates is fast digesting carbohydrates, and the simple form of carbohydrate basically comes under high GI scale, glycemic index. The reading comes from 70 to 100 in GI scale is considered as simple form of carbohydrates. So now some people may ask, what is this GI? What is this glycemic index is? In simple, glycemic index is a system used to analyze how fast does a food get digested in our body and supplies the glucose into our bloodstream. The higher number of GI means it releases the glucose much faster. The majority of simple form of carbohydrates are basically maida products and processed foods like maida, corn flour, chips, packet foods, pizza, burger, pastries, cake, chocolates. These all comes under simple form of carbohydrates. It doesn't matter how much quantity of simple carbs you are consuming. Our body needs very less time to digest it. Our body just digests it within 30 to 60 minutes and supplies the massive amount of glucose into our bloodstream. And simple form of carbohydrates are the main reason for obesity, diabetic, blood pressure and all other health issues. Once in a while in any of the events, functions, marriages, festivals, parties, you can surely enjoy these kind of simple carbs, but making it a regular habit is not good for our health. And simple carbs are very much harmful for the diabetic patients because it releases the glucose very rapidly into our bloodstream and it spikes our insulin level also. And as I told, simple carbs are the main reason for the obesities because it supplies the massive amount of glucose into our bloodstream. And the unused glucose in our body gets converted into fat and stored in our body. So keep these kind of simple carbs in limit. Once in a while, like any of the functions, events, marriages, festivals, parties, you can surely eat pasta, pizza, pastries, cake for the fun and enjoyment. But don't make it as a regular habit. But before your workout or any of the physical activity, you can surely add the simple form of carbohydrates, because it supplies the energy to perform that physical activity. For example, while doing the workout, our body will get the proper amount of glucose from this simple form of carbohydrates if you consume it as a pre-workout meal. And even you can consume the simple form of carbohydrates after your workout because it helps to replenish the glucose level and glycogen level in our body, which has been depleted during the physical activity or the workout section. So in these two phases, you can add the simple form of carbohydrates without any worry. So now we shall see about complex carbohydrates. Basically, complex carbohydrates are slow digesting carbohydrates, which has low GI. The number comes from 0 to 69 in GI scale are considered as complex carbohydrates because it releases the glucose slowly into our body. And complex carbohydrate contains fiber and also many kind of vitamins and minerals. So which all food comes under these complex carbohydrates? Basically complex carbohydrates are the whole grains like wheat, rice, oats, millet, ragi and all other beans, legumes, lentils, grains, pulses and even sweet potato. These all comes under complex carbohydrates. This complex carbohydrate contains good amount of fiber in it, which helps in the regular bowel movement and cleans our stomach and intestines. And it also contains many kinds of vitamins and minerals which are very beneficial for our many of the organs, hairs, nails, eyes, skin and much more. And complex carbohydrate supplies the glucose constantly and for the longer period of time, whereas simple form of carbohydrates releases the glucose very rapidly and spikes our insulin. But complex carbohydrates does not spike our insulin, and it is very good for the patient, those who are suffering from diabetic, blood pressure, cholesterol and other health issues. So I hope this is clear now. Simple form of carbohydrates releases the glucose very rapidly, whereas complex carbohydrates releases the glucose slowly and in a constant way. Simple form of carbohydrate does not contain any fiber and micronutrient, whereas complex carbohydrate contains fiber and micronutrient in it. Simple form of carbohydrates spikes our insulin, whereas complex carbohydrates does not spike our insulin. So that's all for today guys. I hope you find this video useful. If yes, then don't forget to like my video, share with your friends and family. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, then subscribe to my channel and hit that bell icon so that you never miss these kind of informative videos. See you on my next video guys. Eat clean, be active, live healthy.